Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, Infused Reviews with Victoria and Kiara.
Today we're doing something very special. We're going to be using Chrissy Teigen, a little special. From Chrissy Teigen's Cravings book, we're going to be doing sweet potato gnocchi with brown butter and sage sauce. We don't really like sage in our food. We've tried it before, so we're going to scratch the sage. And sage is expensive. So we're going to scratch the sage, but we're doing everything else. Oh, you do have sage. I mean, maybe we might try it. We'll see.
We'll see, yeah.
Because she actually has some sage from a thing. We might try it. We'll see. But stay tuned. Let's do it.
Unfortunately, we had difficulty following this recipe, so we weren't able to capture everything on camera like we wanted to, so we had to do step 1 off camera. We were obviously too impatient to wait for the sweet potatoes to cool, so Kiara went ahead and just peeled it with her tongs, and then I stepped in to go ahead and mash the sweet potato up after they were peeled. Next up, you mix in 1/3 a cup of ricotta cheese, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 3/4 a cup of all-purpose flour. Then I mixed the mixture together with a fork until a doughy texture started to form, while Kiara prepped our surface with some flour. Our mixture wasn't becoming doughy, so we had to add flour 1 tablespoon at a time like Chrissy recommends.
I'm gonna take the sweet potato out of here. Oh my gosh, it's so sticky.
Okay, you guys, so now Kiara is trying to turn the mixture into an actual dough, into little balls, but the mixture was still really soft, so she's adding more flour to it to create more of that dough texture. Now I'm attempting to create the balls, but as you can see, the dough texture is still really runny and soft and mushy, so I had to add more flour, of course. We definitely needed more flour, so guys, you need more flour.
You know, because her recipe said to put a pound, so maybe we have
way more than a pound.
I put 3 sweet potatoes. I tried measuring, I don't have a food scale.
Telling by how runny the mixture was, we definitely used way too many sweet potatoes. That was definitely more than a pound. I think a pound of sweet potatoes would probably be just 1 sweet potato. Alright, you guys, so
after 3 pounds of flour.
Freaking 3 pounds of flour. We're improvising at this point because we don't want to throw anything out. So we just kept adding more flour until it became like a dough. This looks insane, but here you go. It's finally 1 ball. Kiara is now flouring down a surface and then taking one of the balls of dough and rolling it out gently into a 12-inch long and 1-inch thick log. Now I'm cutting the logs into 1-inch square pieces, which are going to be our actual little gnocchis. Again, this was another step that we did off camera, and once all the gnocchis were fully cooked, we took them out of the pot and we set them aside while we started the sauce.
So we're gonna wait for it to get really foamy and then add the sage. Ooh. So she usually adds fresh sage. We have powder sage, so that's what we're gonna do.
Once the butter was nice and brown, we added in a little bit of sage. The recipe calls for about 1/4 a cup of torn fresh sage leaves. We kind of just eyeballed it and went by the smell of it. After browning the flavors together for about 3 minutes, we added in the gnocchi little at a time and just kept stirring it in so it captured all the flavors and absorbed all that butter.
So after the gnocchi's all been tossed in the butter, you add the cheese. You could put more cheese if you want, because we're probably going to put more cheese. Cheese fanatics. Okay.
Put more.
Okay. You ready?
Cheers.
Really, really hot.
Why do you want to touch my gnocchi, your gnocchi?
Because why not? Lick it.
I'm really shocked.
I thought the butter was going to be too much.
No.
It's not. The sage, I thought it was going to be too much.
It wasn't. The sage was good. It all worked really well. I definitely think next time we should have measured our potatoes to see
It would have had a better
how
sweet
heavy.
potato.
Yes, it would have had more sweet potato taste. One thing I will say is that we put a lot of flour because our dough was just like melting everywhere on us, as you could. We have something to tell you guys.
It's very upsetting.
We must have been really hungry to think that this was even good. After we sat down and like actually started eating it, I was just like, we looked at each other and we were like, it's not that good.
It tastes so bland. Even we put salt on top, we put cheese on top, and it was just so bland. Like, I mean, that's why I think we kept eating it, because it just had no flavor. It was hard to be like, I hate it or I love it.
We did a bad job. This sucks.
I think it was us, yeah. It was definitely us.
Think, yes.
We put way too much flour. I don't know.
Guys, this dish was a 3. Actually.
No, it was a 5 because it was edible, so.
It was edible. Okay, yes. It was edible, so I'll say like 5.5 or 5.4. But, as far as rating that recipe, I'm knocking it back down to a 4 because it was so damn hard. We did so bad.
I know.
And
we did bad.
Honestly, guys, I know this is only like, we're still new to this YouTube channel thing, but before YouTube, we've done recipes plenty of times, and we've never had a bad recipe.
Difficult. This is like pasta from scratch.
Difficulty level on this?
10.
10.
For sure.
That's it. Sorry. I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out.